Scooby-Doo,
where are you? We got Scooby now.
Do we all not know the second half of the Scooby-Doo?
It's Scooby-Doo.
Where are you?
Where are you? Got some work to do now.
Oh, I went Scooby-Doo now.
Honestly,
you're not fooling me because I can see. No, that's not the line.
You're not fooling me because I can see the way you shake and shiver.
Yeah,
So you got a
mystery to solve,
Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo. Don't know your act. Don't look back.
Oh shit!
potentially controversial opinion I want to throw out there. To start this episode off.
Yeah, what's up?
Hot one. What's New Scooby-Doo would have been like around the time, when we were growing up. You probably saw it on TV and stuff. Like that was the iteration.
I sure did.
Opening was done by Simple Plan.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, I think it's one of the best variants of the Scooby-Doo.
Can you do a little
slaps?
Do a little.
No, I
can you do a little?
I'm not Doolittle.
Oh, I heard you talking to that. I heard you talking to that parrot the other day.
Wait, do you think that Scooby can't actually talk and that they're all just Doolittles?
It depends on the movie iteration because in Alien Invaders, they're like, wait, you can understand him?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So she's a Doolittle too. The Doolittles are aliens?
But in the live action, that's in our finale later on in this episode, Scooby can dress up as an old woman and everyone's fooled.
That's very true.
And we haven't talked about that yet, and I'm sure we
have
will.
not talked about the airplane scene.
Get into it. Hello and welcome back if you've been with us before. This is episode 40 of the Tough Cut Podcast, part 4, the finale of our Scooby-Doo bracket. I'm Matthew.
I'm Alex.
And this is 40. I'm Jake.
This is 40.
This is
episode 40.
I feel like we got to get a colonoscopy. I feel like we got to get our things checked.
We've got to get
mammograms.
I'm going to buy a motorcycle.
Yeah. Oh, let's have a midlife crisis. Yo, I'm honestly scared for each one of us what our midlife crisis will look like. Because genuinely, I feel like it's dangerous energy for all of us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or maybe it all loops around and we become like straight-laced contributing members of society.
No.
For some reason, I thought you were going to say we were going to immediately turn into babies.
Coming at you today, we've got Scooby-Doo and the Witch's Ghost versus Scooby-Doo 2002. It's going to be a good one. But first, honorable mentions. We are sorry, our dearest audience members. Due to scheduling conflicts, we weren't able to get your guys' input for our honorable mentions on this one. We do love you and appreciate you guys. But hey, they're all Scooby-Doo movies. You get the gist of it.
I'll say it. I got hate mail. And that was pretty uncool. But also, how do you find my address? That's my main concern, guys. How did you find out where I live? But like we love you still. And you know what else we'll still be doing? Spoiling everything we talk about. All the movies, even the honorable mentions.
Probably. And maybe a few more. Because we have a special surprise for you guys instead of some honorable mentions that'll take the stand in. It'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, but we promise as much as we take, we giveth away. What's the fucking phrase?
Something
skate fast, eat ass.
Okay, I thought you were saying like to take it.
Yeah, I was trying to say that.
Yeah, okay.
As much as we giveth, or as much as we taketh, we giveth.
Right back. I don't know.
Jesus.
First and foremost, I'm just going to call it out right up top. Guys, I know you want us to say Scooby-Doo Zombie Island as an honorable mention, but it is too scary for you guys, okay? So we're not going to address it. We're not going to talk about it.
If anything, dishonorable mention.
It will not be brought up anymore.
It is...
Honestly, if it gets said again, I may quit. Like, I'll get too scared.
Yeah, okay. It's a very, very frightening movie, and no more. With that,
Thank you.
Jake, what's your first honorable mention?
Oh, mine? I mean, Monsters Unleashed, the second live action Scooby-Doo. 110%. Because, like, because, in the first one, it's all about, like, kind of Fred, Daphne, and Velma have their main, like, what do I mean to the Mystery Gang? And that's when we finally get, like, what do Shaggy and Scooby mean to the Mystery Gang? And then you get to see all the monsters come to life. And it's honestly pretty cool. And Shaggy, eats the fucking cotton candy like mad, and it's pretty fucking gnarly, and like I think it's awesome.
Pretty sure somebody on the internet did the math on like the calories ingested by Scooby and Shaggy.
They're dead.
Which is so funny. The thing that's interesting for me, just one little comment on the Monsters Unleashed.
Yeah, please.
I remember it super fondly from being a kid. Like I have like core Halloween memories from being young and like watching it on TV while like pumpkin seeds are roasting in the oven and I'm like halfway through carving my pumpkin or something. But weirdly enough, whenever I like go back and rewatch one of those like live actions, I always end up rewatching Spooky Island. And I just don't know why.
So I'll tell you maybe why, because I've seen both of these recently. Unfortunately, the reason why I picked the first one, because I thought in my head, Monsters Unleashed is the one that I like more. There's actually a couple more jokes in that one that I feel like don't hold up, and they're pretty like...
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, well, they have the whole thing with like Jacobo or whatever, the main villain, and like it turns out to be like a dude, and then they're like... They do bad of that time jokes about like gender and like, kind of like homophobic shit. It's a fun movie regardless of those like couple scenes. Seth Green in it with the glasses and Velma, sexy Linda Cardellini, and she does the get up. What's it? Not leather.
The jumpsuit.
The jumpsuit.
Yeah.
Was that movie also was James Gunn involved in the screenplay for that one at all?
I would imagine. I actually don't know.
It's an interesting question. Either way,
yeah,
Alex,
but
if you want to
that's probably why. That's probably why.
That's
but
fair.
Yeah, please, another honorable mention.
Yeah. So I've never seen this movie, but they made in a similar vein to all of the Scooby-Doo TV show specials where they would do crossovers with famous characters. They pretty recently, like within the last few years, made a crossover movie with Batman the Brave and the Bold, which was a fantastic cartoon series if you haven't watched it.
We love Batman here.
And I have to imagine that movie is fantastic, but I have no idea. Have you guys, Matt, have you seen it? I feel like you're the Scooby-Doo expert just based on the way you talk about them.
I have seen lots and lots and lots of Scooby-Doo and know lots and lots of fun facts. I have not seen Brave and the Bold. I only know it exists. So I can't, unfortunately,
maybe
can't really comment.
If we do Scooby-Doo 2, maybe that one will make a little appearance.
It's so funny because I haven't seen that one and it feels like totally up my alley because like I watched the Batman Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie and I had a great time with it.
Hell yeah. Guys, if we ever do a superhero bracket, don't let me forget about Scooby-Doo, Batman, Brave and the Bold. Matt, what about you? I feel like you've got so many.
Don't say
probably.
Zombie Island.
You're not allowed to say the ZI one.
I won't.
Don't you do it.
Instead, what I'm going to call out is another ambitious crossover from the Scooby-Doo canon, the Scooby-Doo Project. Which is not technically a movie. It was a series of shorts aired on Cartoon Network, parodying the Blair Witch Project, but with Scooby-Doo characters.
It was so fun. It's
only like 20 minutes long. Everyone should go watch it because it's so funny. If you've seen the Blair Witch, otherwise it'll just be a little bit confusing.
Didn't they air some of these as like commercials in between?
Yes.
On Boomerang or whatever? Yeah. They were so funny because like who was that for? It was just for the adults watching with the kids. Like,
it's so good. And it's like genuinely like they, the ending scene from the Blair Witch Project they recreate with Shaggy like off in the corner.
It's honestly
so
kind of
good.
Scary.
Yeah, it's
honestly kind of scary. It's off-putting.
If you were a kid watching that at night, you'd probably be like unsettled, like what's happening to the Scooby Gang? Like
you like triggered my memory actually with that because I remember loving those, but also be like, I don't think I should be watching this. Like it felt like I was watching like Adult Swim at that point. Like something shifted where that warning came up, and they're just like, warning, if you're a child, get the fuck out of here, Yeah,
it's good.
To be fair, I think the animation in Scooby-Doo 2002 is pretty unsettling too.
Maybe.
So I have, if you remember, audience, I'm on the hunt, chasing after the audience member who continuously suggests Transformers: Age of Extinction as an honorable mention in every bracket. And I received an anonymous email informing me that I had, audience, it's my job to say what the bracket is. And in my hubris, I said, the Scooby-Doo bracket is any movie that has Scooby-Doo in it.
Oh, no.
Now,
oh, no.
One of the most prolific actors in Scooby-Doo is one Frank Welker. In later movies, he voices Fred. He's voiced Shaggy before. He's voiced Scooby several times. Frank Welker is an actor in Transformers Age of Extinction. Whoever sent me this email, whoever continuously does this to me, I will find you and I will hurt you.
Someone like did their research though. Like that's the thing. Like someone
like how that's insane.
They not only use Google, they use
real.
Bing. Like that's crazy. That's insane.
It's so crazy. It makes me want to die.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, for the safety of the Tough Cut podcast, I think we're going to have to call honorable mentions here.
Wow.
I mean, if you guys have a couple other ones you want to throw out,
I'll do
go
like
for it.
2-ish more. I could like speed it. Honestly, the Scoob movie was pretty damn good.
Surprisingly, yeah, I agree with that.
It was
surprisingly good.
Pretty like I had a fun time. I watched it with my little nephew, and he had a fun. Like he loves it.
Cute.
He just scored his first soccer goal ever today, guys.
Hell yeah! One down, many more to come.
Yeah, and then he suffered a horrible ACL tear. It's it's awful.
Career-ending injury.
I'm kidding. He's too young for that. I think. I don't know how muscles work.
You can definitely tear a child's ACL.
Don't say that sentence. Don't do that because it sounds like you're the one doing it, Matthew.
Oh no! Oh God, Matt.
Yeah.
Oh no.
No, but genuinely, Scoop was pretty good. So if you have time, HBO Max, like watch Scoop. It's pretty fun.
Honestly,
was it on HBO Max?
Yeah, HBO Max is a little bit fire, guys. Like they're really pumping them out.
Watch Dune.
Yeah,
Dune, your mom. Nice. Got.
It's pretty good.
You guys want to know a fun thing that I heard once when I was a little kid?
Yeah, man.
The way that I remember the difference between desert and dessert and how they're spelled is because desserts are so good you want two of them.
And you get 2 S's.
Yeah. And hey, maybe that's a hint towards our bracket? Our next bracket? It be?
What? Probably not. Honestly, we're not that good.
A playful little hint on the tip of my tongue.
Do you guys remember? This is like early. Do you guys remember in like our first 2 brackets or whatever? I can't remember if it was animal protagonists or sequels. Where like genuinely, randomly, we had such great segues, and I feel like we've devolved so hardcore from our segues. I remember that, and just shout out to anyone who remembers our early work.
If you've been listening since episode 1, if you've been with us from the start, that's pretty
Thanks
rad.
for sticking with us.
Because, it's never been a bumpy ride. We've never had an episode that was a little off. We only put out bangers, so it was probably the easiest thing you've ever done.
Bangers.
Absolute bangers.
No skips on this pod.
With honorable mentions officially canceled out of the safety of the Tough Cut podcast, I being kind of the resident Scoobster here.
Good word.
I'm gonna get someone who's like from the Scooby-Doo fandom, and they're gonna be like, that's not what we call ourselves, actually.
We call ourselves Jinkies. We call
it. But I have a couple of rather than me listing off 25 different honorable mentions, I figured I put together some questions that get at the heart of some of these other Scooby-Doo movies that I know and love. And I'm going to ask them to my co-hosts here.
Yeah, and play along at home, audiences.
Yeah. If you don't want, if you don't want to get spoiled,
then pause. Just pause it and then yell out the answer. One of us will hear it, maybe. And then press play.
where they have a mouth and they must scream.
Yeah, wherever you are, if you know the answer to one of Matt's questions, you have to shout it out. I'm just imagining someone like on the subway, and it's like, the monster is called the Phantom Virus.
Why do they sound like that?
I don't know. That audience member. This is the troll audience member who keeps attacking me with Transformers: Age of Extinction. That's their voice that I imagine.
They're probably following you around. They're sitting in the one subway car behind yours, watching you through the windows, and they see you there.
Look at them was Megatron. Megatron, damn it.
It was Megatron.
So the first question, a little bit of an easy one. We're just picking out which title's real.
Yeah, warm us up.
Okay.
So we've got Scooby-Doo and the Fantastic Phantasm, Scooby-Doo and the Samurai Sword, Scooby-Doo and the Curious Creatures, and Scooby-Doo and the Curse of the Invisible Man. Which title is real?
I literally have no idea. Those are all so good, Matt. Did you make those up?
I did.
Here's the thing. I'm leaning Samurai Sword, but I think I'm conflating it with Batman Ninja.
I know Scooby-Doo did a lot of movies where it was like, okay, we're going around the world. And so there was like the Loch Ness Monster. There was like an Arabian Nights.
Mexico.
They did a mummy one. Wait, can you list them again?
What was the Fantastic
Phantasm.
Fantastic Phantasm, Samurai Sword, Curious Creatures, and the Curse of the Invisible Man.
It's Samurai Sword, man. That's my answer. Fuck it.
I think I have to go, well, okay, but they do a samurai thing in
I'm just picturing Shaggy in like a samurai, like, oh no.
They do that in Cyber Chase, right?
They do.
I'm gonna go with I don't think it's wrong. Invisible Man.
Yeah, I don't either.
I think it could be Samurai Sword.
I don't think it's Curious Creatures.
I think it's Fantastic Phantasm.
Jake?
Yeah, Samurai Sword. Doubling down. I'm wrong, but
Jake,
fuck it.
You are correct. Scooby-Doo and the Samurai Sword is a real Scooby-Doo movie released in 2009. The Mystery Inc. take a trip to Japan and find themselves tramping through Asia in the Pacific, racing against a vengeful samurai and his ninja warriors to find the legendary Sword of Fate, an ancient blade fabled to have extraordinary supernatural powers.
See, here's the thing. I was really hoping it was that one because I knew Matthew would be super excited about it. I was like, whatever one like Matthew's super excited about, like that's the one.
It's very cool.
That's the real answer.
Question 2. What is the monster of Scooby-Doo Abracadabra Doo?
Do we get multiple choice?
God damn it.
You do. Not all of these are multiple choice, but this one is.
God.
1. A particularly thick-looking minotaur.
If it isn't that one, Matthew, you got some issues to work out.
Yeah.
2.
Yeah.
A dashing and evil magician. 3. A long-nosed monster called a sniffler.
Oh.
Or 4. A powerful winged griffin.
Doubling down, thick boy. First one.
I think I remember this one. I think it's the Griffin.
Oh, I still stand by thick boy.
You want to live in a world where it's the thick-looking Minotaur.
The thick Minotaur.
Jake, unfortunately, this time you were incorrect. Alex, it was a winged griffin.
Yeah.
Scooby-Doo.
I should have trusted your confidence, but damn, he said thick so like
thick-looking Minotaur.
Like he put the picture in my head and I had to live in that world. I had to.
And that movie, actually, we get to see Velma's sister, who becomes has a romantic subplot with Shaggy.
Oh, yeah, and full frontal from Scooby.
Yeah, it's a crazy scene, honestly.
That's why I was hoping the thick Minotaur was in it. Anyway.
All right, question 3. What is a pivotal plot point in Scooby-Doo WrestleMania Mystery? 1. Scooby-Doo is arrested for stealing the WWE Championship belt. 2. Shaggy wrestles John Cena in a vaudeville-esque scene of physical comedy. 3. Several WWE wrestlers fight off ghosts to save Mystery Inc. 4. John Cena joins the mystery gang on a vacation to the Bahamas.
It has to be one of the John Cenas.
I want it to be Vacation in the Bahamas. I feel like that is how the movie will end, is like cut to John Cena and them hanging out in the Bahamas. But I think it's the Shaggy versus John Cena. Yeah,
because here's the thing. Unless Matthew's a fucking genius and just randomly made up 2 John Cenas, it has to be one of them, right?
Well, I do know that John Cena is in the movie. He is there, like, he is he's the Tim Curry of this movie. I didn't know
that. Does he do the voice?
Velma. Velma.
You can't see me, Velma.
I think John Cena beats Shaggy up.
Here's the thing. I'm living in a world, Bahamas.
Alex, you are incorrect. Jake, you are also incorrect.
Oh no! John Cena is in the movie, though.
Genius.
He is. And Scooby and Shaggy instead wrestled Kane, who is one of the WWE characters.
Is it the first answer?
Yes, it is. Scooby-Doo does in fact get arrested for stealing the WWE Championship belt. They caught him on CCTV, and Velma has to prove his innocence by showing that he was actually under a deep hypnosis.
That's
wild. That logically, I probably could have solved that if you didn't throw John Cena in my face.
John Cena is in the movie. He's a major character. He just...
I didn't know. I didn't know.
I baited you guys a little bit.
You baited me. I got baited.
You're a master baiter.
All right.
Thank you. Question 4. This one, you guys already have one of these answers, so that'll really help you out. Question 4. Who has not joined the Scooby Gang for a team-up movie? Batman,
John Cena,
Bobby Flay, Ben Affleck, or Bill Nye?
Oh my God. Wait, is this Bill Nye the Science Guy or Bill Nye? Which one?
Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Okay. God, this is so hard. Bobby Flay is such a funny answer.
No, Bobby Flay's definitely been in a Scooby-Doo movie. He's definitely been in a Scooby-Doo movie. 110%. Because he's a cook, right? Shaggy and Scooby. Easy money.
Yeah, that's smart.
Easy money has been in it. It's either I'm pretty sure it's Ben Affleck.
Well, yeah, like I can't imagine.
I literally put this whole town in my rear view, Scooby.
Would he be as Ben Affleck, or is it just like him voicing a character?
Because what if it's Ben Affleck as Bruce Wayne? What if it's Batman? What if Batfleck was in?
Batfleck and Scooby-Doo. It has to be Ben Affleck, right?
It has to be Ben Affleck. And if Ben Affleck is in a Scooby-Doo movie, I will lose my mind.
You guys are both correct. Ben Affleck has not appeared in a team-up movie with Scooby-Doo.
And let's never make it happen.
It would be incredible, though.
Wow, Bobby Flay is so funny. That's so funny.
Question 5 is actually a follow-up.
Nice. Is this just Ben Affleck question?
No. In Scooby-Doo and the Gourmet Ghost, Bobby Flay appears as himself. Which member of the Scooby-Doo gang is he related to, and what is their relationship?
Fred.
I also was going to say Fred. I think he's his uncle.
110% Fred. I think he's his real father. By the way Matthew laughed, I'm wrong.
Or he has worked for Daphne's family.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably it, but I'm leading Fred.
I don't know why. I think it's Fred. I think it's Fred.
And what's the relationship? Person? We both say Fred. Relationship.
Sugar daddy. I really don't know what their relationship would be.
Lovers.
Godfather. Fuck it. This is Godfather Part 4.
Fred's Godfather? Yeah, he's Fred's Godfather. That's it, for sure.
100%.
Both of you got it right. It is Fred.
Oh, God.
Alex, I'm going to throw you a bone because you said it.
He's his uncle?
But you didn't lock it in. It's his uncle.
Yeah.
Who Fred does not know is a famous chef.
Yeah, that's why it was like it's not his uncle, right? It has to be like his long lost father or something.
So I'll give you a half a point.
Half point.
I'll give you the full point. I'll give Jake a half or 3/4. Okay, you look so sad. I'll give you 3/4.
Oh yeah, thank you. It's gonna mean a lot in the final runnings.
Next question. Scooby-Doo Franken-Creepy has which member of the gang taking
What did
center
you just
stage?
say?
Scooby-Doo Franken-Creepy has which member of the gang taking center stage as the villain?
Member of the gang?
Mm-hmm.
I think I know this one actually. So Jake, I'm going to let you answer first.
Oh, so now you're in the spirit of competition. Now, before
I want to
we were
win.
literally
Once
working
he
together
once he
through this.
sailed that 1/4 of a point ahead of you on
You
the last
bastard.
question.
When Matt, I didn't realize you were keeping score and there was going to be a winner. Now that I know that, it's
That's
every man
bullshit.
for himself, Jake.
You're tearing this family apart. Say the name of the movie again.
Scooby-Doo Franken-Creepy has which member of the gang take center stage as the villain?
My heart wants to say Velma, just because that'd be fucking rad. But I'm also in my head thinking of Shaggy as the god and thinking how creepy he is as that god figure. And it's between those two for me. What do you think, Alex?
Well, which one are you picking?
Oh, I don't know yet, but what are your thoughts out loud?
Specifically, what do you think the answer is, Alex?
Bobby Flay.
Wait, okay, Alex, give me a hint. Give me one of them that it isn't.
I think one of the characters you said is the villain.
Could be.
Fuck it, double down. Velma's evil.
I could be lying. I also think it's Velma. For some reason, I feel like I remember it being Velma and she's like testing the gang or something.
You are in fact correct, both of you. It is Velma that is the main
Is it like
villain.
a jigsaw thing?
Velma inherits her uncle's property and castle in Transylvania, Pennsylvania. As it turns out, there is a long storied history of their family. Whenever a member of the Dinkley family moves in, they become obsessed with performing the grand experiments that their family was once trying to pursue.
This is
So
Jigsaw.
she
This is
becomes-
Jigsaw
tries to
meets,
make
an evil scientist.
She tries to make a Frankenstein.
This is Jigsaw / Ready or Not or something. I don't know.
So you were
Wow.
both correct.
What was the name of that one again?
Scooby-Doo Franken-Creepy, which I almost put in the bracket because I wanted to get a
that
center
sounds fun.
stage Velma one, but I opted for Daphne.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
looking at time, this might be our last one.
Okay.
Oh, no,
that's good.
keep them coming. They're so much fun.
Which Stenstrom classic got a follow-up film?
Oh, it was.
Oh,
Wait, which one got a follow up?
Got a sequel.
So like,
what do you mean by got a sequel? Because
It
like
got a sequel.
direct I know the answer then. It's Zombie Island because there's a return to Zombie Island.
Yeah.
Okay, there you
Yeah.
go. That
But
one was easier than I
I-
thought it would be.
I thought you were gonna say it's Witch's Ghost because the Hex Girls come back so many times.
which is good. I was gonna say that could easily be another like.
That is true.
Or
No,
Cyber
no.
Chase. Billy the baseball guy breaks out of prison, zaps the gang into his baseball game, and they have to win the baseball tournament to get away.
Could be.
What
You
could have
got a hit
been?
movie on your hands, kid.
With that, the final point totals. Jake with 4.75 points is just behind Alex with a full 5.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Maybe one day we'll do a
Bullshit.
follow-up in the Scooby-Doo part 2.
Wait, do you have one more? Do you have one more question?
I do have one question.
I was gonna say if you did, we could do like a Final Jeopardy thing where we each get to wager however many points we want.
For all the marbles, the double...
All right. Well, Jake, we have to. How many points are we wagering? How many are you gonna wager?
Well, I feel like in order for me to win, I gotta wager all mine.
Okay, I will too. 5 points, double or nothing.
You know, I wager 4.74.
Oh, fuck you.
I'm kidding. I do all mine. Wagered all of them. It's literally the point totals don't matter anymore. Whoever gets this right wins.
You've put your points on the line. For all the marbles, the double Jeopardy question. Explain the plot of Scooby-Doo in Arabian Nights. And whichever one of you gets a better guess at Scooby-Doo in the Arabian Nights gets the point.
Oh god. There's no way either of us are even close.
Well, I think the person with the lead should go first.
Yeah, you know what? I think you're right. I will go first. That way you can't steal my answers. So I think the gang, I I think the gang is hanging out watching a movie, and then they get cursed, and they're watching a mummy movie, and they get cursed, and they have to go there to break the curse, and no, wait, I scratch all that. Never mind. I think they're hanging out in the desert. They ride some camels. I think there's probably maybe I think it's just Aladdin. I think the gang does Aladdin.
Okay. Here's how I'm going to differentiate, and I'm putting all my eggs in a basket to try to beat Alex here. I think it's not the gang. It's just Shaggy and Scooby. So that's how I'm going to differentiate. It's just, I could be totally wrong.
I bet it is. I bet you're right.
It's just Shaggy and Scooby. They go over there. I don't know why they would be over there.
That's why I came up with the
maybe they get like a voucher. Maybe they get like they get a voucher for like a free meal, and they go there. And they're like, whoa, dude, this is like totally awesome. And then they run into someone who says, we're in trouble. Help us.
Okay.
And then it's a mystery.
But here's my thing. This is old Scooby-Doo. I think that I don't know that there's really a mystery. I think it's either like them doing Aladdin or it's them doing like Lawrence of Arabia or something.
Okay, so
oh my god, that would be awesome.
It's I think it's just Shaggy and Scooby. They get invited because they like are good. Shaggy and Scooby, they get invited for a free meal voucher, and they get caught up in some shenanigans, and there's some questionable racial shit in there, and
I bet it's pretty racist.
Yeah, that's my guess.
So Matt, what happens in this movie?
Scooby-Doo in Arabia Nights. Scooby-Doo and Shaggy travel to Arabia to become the Caliph's royal food tasters. But
a meal voucher.
They make a critical mistake after eating everything, leaving no food for the Caliph. The guards, the Caliph orders the guards to execute Scooby and Shaggy.
Oh my god!
Here comes the insensitively racial piece. The Scooby and Shaggy disguise themselves as members of the Caliph's harem. He falls in love with them, and they tell, and Shaggy, to delay him discovering, tell the story of 1001 Arabian Nights. So you're both like a third right, because doing an Aladdin is, essentially a tangential to 1001 Arabian Nights. It is Scooby and Shaggy alone. There is some racial insensitivity being a 1994 Scooby-Doo movie.
Wow. I cede that to Jake. I think Jake wins that. I think he was closer than me. I should have guessed, because it came out around the same time as The Reluctant Werewolf, that there was no mystery.
Important piece I should call out: the Caliph proposes marriage to Shaggy, and they have their wedding, and as the cake is brought out, Shaggy just starts munching down on all the cake, and that's when they realize he is not, in fact, one of the Caliph's women.
Excuse me, but I have on my just bare minimum Google, is Yogi Bear in this movie?
Yeah, he plays the genie in the Aladdin knockoff.
Oh my god.
So I made a purposefully very difficult question because it was funny.
That's so funny.
So the real winners is everyone at home with that one.
Oh my god, the animation in it is so weird.
Yeah, it's a weird one. It is not very good. With that, we should move on to our final matchup here. Jake, do you want to go ahead and introduce Scooby-Doo 2002?
I sure do. I'm very happy and proud that this made it as far, and that's a win on its own. Live action Scooby-Doo 2002, directed by Raja Goswami. The gang Mr. Bean's like, hey gang, why you guys break up? And Mr. Bean says, come to my spooky island. And they're like, I ain't got shit else to do. And then Shaggy's like, I'm not about materialism, man. But then they're like, we'll give you free food. And so, they all make it over there and they have to solve a mystery, get them back together.
Cool. On the other side, we've got Scooby-Doo and the Witch's Ghost, released in 1999.
Yogi Bear shows up and then
directed by Jim Stenstrom. We love him. You gotta love him. Scooby-Doo and the Mystery Gang visit Oak Haven, Massachusetts to investigate the strange sightings of a ghost on invitation by famous horror novelist Ben Ravencroft, whose ancestor is rumored to be a witch and also to be the town and the movie's titular ghost. It's a fun, spooky romp with impeccable vibes. And the cherry on top, it is the introduction to the famous eco goths, the starters of the goth GF trend, the Hex Girls.
So I have a question for you guys.
Yeah,
I want to jump right into it. Do you think the Hex Girls are necessary for Witch's Ghost to be good?
No, not personally.
No, okay. But they do elevate it quite a bit. Like if you take them out, I do feel like, it's still a good movie. Obviously, Tim Curry fucking slays the role.
Yeah, he's great.
But the Hex Girls add so much to it where like I would hate for them to be gone, knowing that they were there.
You know what I'm really sad we don't get in Witch's Ghost? I'm really sad that when Scooby-Doo sings with them at the end, we don't get a cut to Tim Curry inside the magic book singing along too.
If that Tim Curry sang with them.
Wind, fire, and
air. I would have loved that. Damn.
It'd be good.
Missed opportunity. I'm ready to vote now.
Yeah, honestly, you just fucked me up there. No, these two were probably my favorites, like going into this, that I thought were going to be like my favorites going in. I genuinely did love all of these. Just being able to watch them all again. Or just for the first time with the fucking puppet shit. But these two are probably what I think of, but for certain different reasons, like of the classic, like they got the formula down. They knew what was happening with Witch's Ghost, but then they also were it feels classic to me. Like it feels like the voice cast is tight. They all are doing what they're doing. Tim Curry's in it. Hex Girls, like holy shit, this is great. With the live action one, it's amazing because I think the cast is so fun and it brought so much it's a cult classic move
it gave us Matthew Lillard as Shaggy.
That's what I'm saying. It gave us Matthew Lillard as Shaggy, which is so important. And honestly, the rest are really good too. Linda Cardellini, fantastic. The fact that Freddie Prinze Jr. and what's her name? Daphne.
Daphne.
Daphne's character.
Sarah Michelle Gellar.
The fact that they got married because of this movie, the lore behind how close-knit and how amazing these people felt doing this movie, so much so that people got married. Someone became literally the voice of Shaggy going forward in life because he was that good. Fucking phenomenal. And I just don't know, as for the importance of Scooby-Doo, if this is a Scooby-Doo bracket, which one brings the importance of Scooby-Doo? And I posed that question to both of you because both of these are really important to me,
I think it's very interesting because I said in our first discussion of Witch's Ghost that I don't think the mystery is very good in it. But I feel like you've got such strong character moments from them in this movie. And you get the Hex Girls. So it's the foundation of, one of the most prolific repeating characters in the Scooby-Doo history. Then you've got Scooby-Doo 2002, where obviously Matthew Lillard, like you said, it's the start of a new kind of era of Scooby-Doo in many ways, where it really starts thinking about who these characters are. I don't know. It's tough. They really both do a lot, I think, to entrench themselves in Scooby-Doo and establish new Scooby-Doo things.
And it's tough because we all love animation here. We all can all of us are fans and we all try to propel it and give it the credit it deserves. In general, people aren't like that. They teeter off it, whatever. And more people as an introduction probably are familiar with the live action Scooby-Doo or give it more credit. And being able to do that successfully, or just get newer audiences like a part of it.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
I think that's probably like people around our age and younger than us, probably.
Yeah, it's just like really awesome to be able to do in a funny, stupid little movie. I don't know, but what do you think, Matthew? You got your thinking cap on.
So I think there's a couple of things. One, to both of kind of the credit of what you guys are saying, being the person that's probably seen like the most like 2002 forward Scooby-Doo.
post live action,
post both of these.
Yeah.
It's really fascinating to see where more modern incarnations draw huge pieces of inspiration from Sandstrom's catalog of work, very much including Witch's Ghost as one of kind of the key pieces of that. And then also 2002. And then the reverse is interesting too, I think there are ways in which 2002 definitely pulls from Sandstrom's catalog as well. Yeah. It's like, it is very hard to suss out like, what is more quintessentially do about these. The thing I'm not sure I'm convinced that Scooby-Doo 2002 was like a driving force of introduction though to Scooby-Doo for people like our age and younger, because like the movie is so heavily steeped in and crafted for people familiar with Scooby-Doo. I think like you get the most out of it from that perspective. Obviously, I'm hugely biased because like when I saw the movie and all of my memory on it is built from like I've watched Scooby-Doo since I was very, very young. So like that's all this movie was ever going to be, was one piece of this brighter canon, not like an entry point or like a first introduction. So I'm not entirely convinced that's the case, but I also don't know if it's just my bias of like how this movie's constructed or not.
Maybe it's less of like an introduction where it's like I just feel like most people when they like
it's it sticks in their memory
to them. And
but I think that like it's the Sandstrom movies and like these live actions that like when you ask someone Scooby-Doo, that's what they think of, is like these two categories, which is crazy.
Right. And I pose the question because I am biased too, because I think of this, but do they remember Witch's Ghost specifically, or do they remember Sandstrom, and do they remember like the Hex Girls?
I mean,
they're just popular because like me, I'm going to think of the movie as in totality and like, cause I think it's great, but like just in general.
Yeah.
I think people probably remember. Oh, go ahead, Alex.
I didn't have a strong connection to Witch's Ghost and the Hex Girls. For me, the Sandstrom movies that I remembered the most were Cyber Chase and Alien Invaders. So when I think of like golden age of Scooby-Doo, those are the two movies that I think of. I don't necessarily think of Witch's Ghost at all, despite being same director, same animation style, all that.
Mm-hmm.
A little more anime.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I think for me, like Witch's Ghost is so quintessentially like Scooby-Doo. Like when I think of Scooby-Doo, like when we, this bracket was pitched, that was the very first thing that came to mind for me. I think it's emblematic of like a lot of the series, and this is where your piece on animation versus live action I think comes into things a little bit more. Is for a lot of an average viewer in some senses probably has more memory of like, hey, real people, like those are going to stick in mind better. Yeah. So I'm not sure.
I'm just like trying to figure it out in my head because like I agree with you, but I also think. Objectively, probably, the other perspective is probably hardcore. But sorry, what were we going to say?
Just something I want to call out. Just a little thing in 2002 that has puzzled me for a lifetime.
What, that Velma was working at NASA making big bucks, and then she got corralled to be at Spooky Island for some reason?
No, they all get they're hella successful, my dudes. All of them.
Mm-hmm.
What on earth is an Arnuki Beast?
What?
I have no idea what it is.
The like voodoo guy on the beach.
Yeah.
After the demons have kidnapped everyone and they're like, we've got to save Scoob. We've got to like figure this out. He's like, I'm going to take this dead Arnuki Beast and I'm going to hang it up like whatever. And I have my entire lifetime been like, what is a dead Arnuki beast? What is an Arnuki beast? How did you find it? How did you kill it? How is it supposed to help you?
Yeah, that shit's wild.
It
was like a bug, right? It looked like a bug.
Kind of. It is like 6 legs and like little claws and
the
hair.
Arnuki Beast is a multi-limbed supernatural creature which can be found on Spooky Island.
I thought you were going to actually read an article from like
this is from the non-alien creatures wiki page.
Amazing.
Which I don't think is part of a Scooby-Doo wiki. It's like just non-alien creatures from across fiction.
The scene in the movie, it's them walking up the beach towards him, and he's like, the only way I can protect myself is by blessing this dead Arnuki Beast. And I genuinely, it has been a lifetime of questions. What?
Do you remember in the live action Scooby-Doo where they were just like, he's not even a puppy, he has a gland disorder?
Yeah.
And then they just skid right past this. I just love how this movie's heavy fuck Scrappy, but they just were like,
which well, that's my next thing I want to throw something out about.
Nice.
So perfect segue, Jake. But last thing,
I got you.
If I beg you, audience, I know there's a lot of you out there that like work in the movie industry, the entertainment industry. If you can locate me the like backlot storage room where the Arnuki Beast is being kept, I will pay so much money for the genuine Scooby-Doo 2002 Arnuki Beast because I want it.
Can we at Warner Brothers and like go to their lot like Indiana
Brothers,
Jones at the end of like,
can I have the Arnuki Beast?
Don't even say why. Don't even say who you are. Just be like, can I have the Arnuki Beast? They'll know exactly what you're talking about.
Oh, God.
What if they send you an invitation to Spooky Island then?
That'd be awesome. There's secretly like this like crazy Warner Bros. Theme park hidden away somewhere where they have actual
invite only,
demons
and the only
and
way to
Arnuki
get there
Beast.
is if you ask them for an Arnuki Beast.
Also, the fact that none of them question it. They're just like, oh, an alien inhuman creature that no one's ever seen before. All right.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
I please, audience, find me the Arnuki Beast. I would like to have it.
Body type, multi-limbed humanoid. Sentience unknown. Sapience unknown.
Humanoid?
Place of origin, Spooky Island, possibly.
Secondly, we all know Rowan Atkinson, Mr. Bean,
Yes.
Emil Mondavarius, a lesser known piece of trivia, or maybe pretty well known. I think this is something that goes around, makes its rounds.
Mm-hmm.
Tim Curry was originally who they wanted to play Emilio, and he accepted the role or whatever until he read the script and found out that Scrappy-Doo was going to be in it, and on premise abandoned the project because Scrappy-Doo was in it.
But they're such like team fuck Scrappy though, you know?
He didn't.
That's so
wasn't
funny.
him.
That's so funny.
Scrappy being in the movie, he was like, no.
I will not even associate with that person. That's so funny.
Yeah.
That's going to be my deal going forward. If I ever see a Scrappy-Doo mentioned or whatever, going to turn down that project no matter what. I think we should all live our lives by that, actually. Holy shit. I wonder if there were others too. Like there are like a slew of famous celebrities, and only the audacity of Mr. Bean was like, "Yeah, I'll put Scrappy inside me." That makes sense, actually.
The reason he turned it down is because it was actually like a surgical procedure, and he's
they had to put Scrappy-Doo inside of him.
So you live his experiences, you have his memories, you have his will. And Tim Curry just wasn't willing to step up to the plate for that, where Rowan Atkinson was like, I'll do what has to be done for cinema.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I think that's really fun.
I respect the shit out of Tim Curry for that. And damn it, Alex.
For the audience, I just sent Matt and Jake a meme. That's a tweet, and it's like, men literally only want one thing, and it's fucking disgusting. And then it's a picture of the voodoo maestro holding up the dead Arnuki Beast.
It does look more humanoid than I thought.
Okay, last Arnuki Beast comment. I found a thread. This is a form on the internet. does anyone know where I can buy a dead Arnuki Beast? So I was talking with a buddy of mine, and she brought up the dead Arnuki Beast from Scooby-Doo. And it makes me wonder if you could actually get one, since it's said to ward off evil. I was hoping it would make some people leave me alone.
Yo, someone was genuinely going through it and was like, my only option here is to find a dead Arnuki. Like, someone was going through. Are they okay? Someone should check on them.
Oh,
That's
God.
so sad.
That's so funny. Oh, my God. Yeah, so that's just so funny.
You got a dead Arnuki Beast. Jesus.
Take this Arnuki Beast and bless it.
Incredible.
Okay, any more actual comparisons? Because I still don't know what's going on in these two movies.
I think I'm ready to vote, actually, honestly.
No, I'm not ready.
Well, okay. I'm going to make it easy for you.
Mhm.
One of these movies has an Arnuki Beast, and the other one doesn't. Do with that what you will.
Shit.
Is it a
Are you
good
trying
thing?
to ward off evil?
Is it a good thing or a bad thing that Scooby-Doo 2002 introduces the Arnuki Beast?
Mm.
That's tough. That's tough.
Because on the one hand, you get a great new way to ward off evil. On the other hand, I didn't have another thing to say. I just wanted to say that first one.
So, wait, for this joke to land.
This is hilarious. Whatever it's going to be.
It's
totally
not going to be worth it.
I'm so
Totally worth
excited.
it. Whatever it's going to be.
So, the Hex Girls, they've got a song, Good Bad Girls. Because, they're good at being bad girls. Which one may say to be bad is to be evil? Does the Arnuki Beast ward off the Hex Girls? And that I think changes my answer. The Arnuki Beast on one hand protects me from demons that are trying to steal my protoplasmic soul. On the other hand, no Hex Girls.
So, do you know this thing called confirmation bias?
Yeah, I'm familiar with the concept. Where's this
It
going?
feels like you're like, oh shit, I dug myself a hole gassing up the Arnuki Beast. I need to find a way to justify my eventual vote.
You're 100% correct. I fell down the Arnuki Beast hole a little bit too far, and I'm trying to climb us back out by any means necessary.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So Matt, is that your vote then?
Are we voting? Is it time?
I feel like you just said what you voted for.
Yeah, well.
He's like, please give me a reason to vote for the Arnuki Beast.
I mean, I know what I'm voting for, but I also feel like I know what's going to happen.
Do it.
I
Vote.
don't, honestly.
Okay. I am voting for Scooby-Doo and the Witch's Ghost. As I said, the Arnuki Beast, if it wards off the Hex Girls, maybe I don't want it. But please locate me the Arnuki Beast. Someone, please.
Please get me an Arnuki Beast.
Oh, I'm sorry, the Arnuki Beast, that really fucked me up.
I fought too hard for the Arnuki Beast.
I am pro Arnuki Beast.
A single line that decided the bracket.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Who knows what life could have been? No, I love and adore both these Scooby-Doo live action. For me, really, really a complete Scooby film. Hell yeah.
I think that Witch's Ghost is the better Scooby-Doo movie. But live action 2002 has the Arnuki Beast. And Matt, you dug your own grave. This never would have happened if you had not introduced me to the Arnuki Beast. But I am voting for Scooby-Doo 2002.
Matthew's literally he's curling into a ball.
Like, I have to. I have to.
We're pro Arnuki Beast here at the Tough Cut.
With that, Scooby-Doo 2002 is our Scooby-Doo bracket champion. Probably the closest we've ever been to having two champions. Please share this episode with someone who needs to ward off evil. While not as effective as the Tough Cut podcast, studies have shown it's only half as effective as an Arnuki Beast in warding off evil. That's still far more evil warding off than the average person will ever need.
Yes.
So please send it their way. If you enjoyed the show, like, comment, and follow it. You can find us on social media at Tough Cut Pod. However, there's one more thing we have to do before we go.
Ooh, what is it? I'm kind of hungry. Can we wrap this up? I'm kind of hungry.
Yeah, we can finish this up. We just have to announce what the next bracket is.
Okay.
I'm just so famished that I can't think of it.
I just want to eat. I want nom nom. Do you think Arnuki Beast tastes good? Anyway, no. Sorry.
Ah, fresh wounds. Who knew the Arnuki Beast was going to play such as much of a pivotal role the Arnuki Beast has played in my life? It played in the life of this bracket. I was saving that point for the final, and I didn't know that it would change hearts and minds.
It changed everything.
With that, though, I'm really not sure how a Arnuki Beast would taste, but our next bracket will let you know how a lot of things taste. It's the Hungry Movie bracket. Come and get your fill with these films.
Oh, that's a good one.
Have you been saving these?
No, I came up with that on the spot. Coming at you in the first episode of the bracket, we've got Ratatouille versus The 100-Foot Journey, and Chef versus Big Night. On the other end, the rest of the bracket, we've got The Platform versus Jiro Dreams of Sushi, and Waitress versus Good Burger. So watch along with us and catch the first half of the Hungry Movies bracket next up. Well, eventually. I don't know.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Very excited. And hey, we may plan some special stuff for you. Who knows? Sometime in the future. Could be next week, could be a year from now. That's kind of how we do things.
More than anything, if you secure me the dead Arnuki Beast, I will literally pay for your flights and you can come record an episode with us. I do not care.
Wow. He will pay you handsomely. Like, that's a real. I may find one so I can get paid handsomely.
I want the Arnuki
do it
Beast
so I can get on the Tough Cut podcast.
Ooh. Yeah, we've been cutting you out every. I know you don't listen to the podcast when they come out, but we just silent you.
Just mute all my audio.
Yeah. Our podcasts have not made sense at all.
I feel like there was a joke we wanted to end this episode with. No, it's fine.
Oh no! What was your joke? What was your joke that you were saving?
Anyway, did you mean Melvin Dew?
I'm sorry. So, do you think Melvin Dew would know where to get an Arnuki Beast? No, we need to end this podcast.